So I'm going to start here, I'm going to pull the trigger. That's going to show a blue dot there, which means tracking is good. And actually, just to start, we'll show how good that tracking can actually be when it's right in the right volume, which is really, really impressive. And just to show you what happens, I'll get a red dot if I lose tracking. See that? It's going to be jumpy, it's going to be red. So back here, you can see I can move this really, really fast, pretty much as fast as I possibly can, and not get any red, which is kind of crazy. I've been able to, whoops, I didn't mean to set my space there. I have been able to get some red jumps doing this, but I can't actually, if I move my arm like this, I can't get anything there. I'd probably hurt my arm before I could get it to lose tracking. So this is all quite impressive. But anyway, let's look at the extents of the space. So we're starting here in the center. We're going to go forward up to the cameras, and we're going to hit a bit of a cutout here between the two cameras where their field of view is the limitation. And that's actually a few inches in front of the recommended play space, but again, we don't have the third camera. So I'm going to keep going as close to the sort of recommended room scale space as I can. I'm going to hit the field of view limitation there again on the corner. So I'm going to cut the corner, come back to the first edge here, going to take it straight back, and right about to the edge there. So I'm starting to get some jumpiness right at the corner of the space, but I'm still going to take it right along that corner, see how it does. Getting little jumps right up to the edge there. Over to the next corner, little jumpy in the very corner there. Take it up the edge, and I'm going to bump into that field of view again. So I'm going to cut the corner there, come across in front of the sensor, and complete my space. So the setup says that the place size is optimal, which is good. So with two front-facing cameras, you can nearly or totally achieve, depending upon your measurement of the sort of jumpiness at the edges that can happen. But inside the green space here, it seems pretty solid anywhere inside the green. So again, this is two camera setup, which they don't really recommend. They recommend 3 for this space, for this room scale space. But as long as you're facing forward, you can hit this whole recommended space pretty effectively with 2 cameras. I mean, I go so far as to say entirely effectively, because again, this face-on sort of the worst case tracking for touch. The cutlass forward is best case, and you can see, so I'll go face-on, see how far I can go until I hit some bumps. It's right about there, pretty inconsistent. If I go face-up like this, I can take it way back here before I start getting some bumps. See how far we can push this sort of best case scenario. A couple bumps there, pull it a little bit closer. Still sort of face on here. Actually not getting any jumps in this range. Now I'm approaching the wall, and I'm out of the frame of the camera that you're looking through. I'm going to take it up to the field of view there. Yeah, so as you can see, this cutlass really has tons of tracking points and can track very effectively with just 2 cameras. Still not getting any jumps. Oh, there it is. Gonna bring it in a little bit so we're not jumping. There we go. Which is sort of a shame. Feels like a bit of a missed opportunity. If they were to just complete the front of the circle here without having this opening, they could potentially have a much larger tracking space. Gonna take it up the edge of the camera's field of view there again. And now, if I were to, if we did complete the front of this and fill it with just as many trackers as the rest of the cutlass here, we could potentially have this quite large space. Oh, well, I can go up here, but it's not within the rectangle. And this is just with 2 cameras. But again, we're going to be facing our controllers forward often, and that's going to present some issues if we go too far back